Hello guys, in this tutorial we're gonna work with menus. So we're gonna replicate situation from here pretty much. We will have couple horizontal options and then a lot of vertical options like new file, open, save as, close, exit and stuff like that. So I'm gonna keep things simple because there are a couple of concepts to understand, so I don't want to complicate too much. Well, the first thing is you need to have name for your horizontal bar. So as I said, use horizontal bar or whatever you like. Just give it some kind of name. I'm gonna use a bar here. And then what? Then type menu. So this is up to me how we are going to call it, but menu is a part of Python, part of Tkinter. Where is that menu? Well, it is in top window. Okay, so top window, and let's go to next thing. Here we're gonna add things to horizontal bar like file, edit, format, run and stuff like that. So how to do that? Well, we are going to target bar and we are introducing a new command here, add command, and now we need to have a name for that option. That will be a label, and let's give it some kind of name like for simplicity reasons I will not use these things. I will just use ping Google and ping Yahoo. Okay, for simplicity reasons, ping Google, and immediately we will concatenate that with dedicated method, in this case just ping Google. So command will be pg. Right, so that's one thing. Another thing is bar. We are targeting it again. We are adding a new option, new command, label or name for it will be ping Yahoo, and command dedicated method will be py. Okay, is that enough? Well, let me press F5 and what's gonna happen is name pg is not defined, which means we need at least to blanco create those dedicated methods. So pg, for now it will be empty, so pass, and also def for py also pass. Don't worry about that, we're gonna handle it a little bit later. And you're gonna probably say, okay, that's fine, F5, and problem, we don't see those items in menu. Well, the thing is, it is not enough just to have items. You also need to configure that menu in top window. So you are stating, yes, I do have menu, but right now I need to place it in a top window, at the top of top window in my case. So the easiest thing and simpler is to do that right here at the bottom, just before a main loop. So how to do that? Well, again, we are targeting top window and we are configuring menu for top window. How to type that? Well, config, and on the left side we're gonna have menu. This is part of Tkinter, and on the right side we will have custom name for that horizontal menu. In my case, that's a bar. And now this thing will become visible. F5, there you go guys. And when I click on ping Google and Yahoo, nothing happens because I didn't fix those methods. But let's just repeat one more time. It is not enough to have like levels in menu. You also need to like configure it. Well, where to configure it? In relationship to where that thing resides. What is a major window? In my case, that's the top window. So it's like you are connecting menu with your primary big window. So don't forget, config is part of Tkinter, menu is part of Tkinter, top window is up to you, and bar is up to you when we are talking about names. Right. So let's fix those methods. So yeah, I do have OS module, so I will just say os.system method and I will call ping application in DOS, let's say, and I'm gonna target Google, and same stuff right here, OS, and from OS module we have a system method, and we are activating ping to Yahoo. Very simple stuff, but very cool to understand. Right, F5, and now ping Google. There you go, everything works, and ping Yahoo, everything works. So this is how you create like horizontal menu. Okay, so let me just copy paste this down there, because right now we are going to create something more complicated. Why? Because we need like vertical options. So yeah, I'm gonna delete this up till here. Okay, right, this will remain, this line will remain. And again, let's create that specific bar. This will be, of course, menu, and it will be in top window. Top window, okay. And now we are creating levels here. Okay, so here when I see file, that means that I need to have dedicated name for this small, like a bunch of stuff that we have on a screen, because this is individual one, and this is individual one, and this is individual one. So we need to have names dedicated for those, like sub levels, sub options, sub listings, call it whatever you like. Right, so what that means is that in a bar we will create another menu. Let's call it a file. That will also be menu, but that menu will be in bar menu. So we don't care about top window now, that's the job of bar, we just care about file sub options. So where those things resides? Well, in a bar menu. So let's target it, bar, and yeah, let's add options like new, open, save as, and stuff like that. How? Well, we're gonna target file in this case, add command, let's give it a label, for example, new file, create new file, and immediately I will connect that with some command to open, let's say, new file, new. And where to put that method? Well, I don't know, like a def new and pass for now, for simplicity reasons. Okay, what about other things? Well, let me save a little bit of time. Right, we are adding option to open new file. So open file, and that means we need to create another method here, Blanco method for now. Open file, brackets, and pass. Okay, and another things will be, let me see, like save, and I don't care right now about methods. There is really no need, you get the point here, the general concepts. Another thing will be save as. Another thing will be close, let's say, opened file, and another thing and final thing will be to exit application. Right. So when I press F5, what happens? Pretty much nothing, because as I said a couple of seconds ago, it is not enough to have options in that dedicated menu. We also need to pack it. Okay, so how to do that? Well, here you're gonna target bar this time, not top window, but bar, because file is in a bar, horizontal bar. So we are targeting bar, and we are using what was it? Yeah, add cascade, because it's vertical. Okay, add cascade. Hopefully I typed that correctly. And we need to have generic name for that cascade. In this case, that's a file. So also I'm gonna use a file here. Label will be file. Okay. And now we need to target all these options with a one instruction. How? Well, menu, this is part of Tkinter, and we are targeting our own custom vertical sub-options, which is file in this case. Generic name for a bunch of these. And hopefully, if I didn't mess something up, now the bar will be visible with file options in it. F5, and there you go, guys, we see it. It's kind of small, 4 letters, but we see it. Will that work? Well, click, and there you go, we have it. And of course, when I click on new or open, nothing happens because our functions are not operational, right? So let's invent something. For simplicity reasons, I'm gonna just print stuff here. I don't want to go to half-hour tutorial, so I will just print like new clicked, just to have something on a screen, in idle, some kind of response. And print the next one for open file will be open file clicked. Open file clicked. Right, and F5, there you go. Let's click on file, let's click on new, and we have a reaction, and open, and we have a reaction, lowercase o, which is kind of stupid, but anyway. And of course, when I click on exit, nothing happens because I don't have that implemented. So let me change this o, and let me repeat one more time, because probably, guys, this is complicated for you, but when you have horizontal bar working, you're pretty much ready and set to go with the details. So it's not enough to name it and place it in top window, like in a first line immediately after geometry. No, it's not enough. You also need to configure top window that you do have bar in that top window. So how to do that? Well, with these instructions here. Okay, so you're connecting these things. They are not independent anymore, they work together. So when you handle that, when you are sure that that thing is fine, then you create subsections, vertical levels, let's say. In my case, I'm calling it file, and again, this is a name, this is a menu, and where that menu is, like what is a parent of that menu? Well, right now it is bar menu, okay? And then when you do that, then add those levels either with commands or without them. It depends if you're practicing or doing something for real. And then when you are done with that, then add vertical cascade to that bar, which is like parent top level horizontal bar. So when you add cascade, you need to give it a name for that vertical options, bunch of it, and then you are connecting that file, your own custom stuff, with this label, let's say. Yeah, I do know that it's kind of confusing, a low level, but that's, guys, pretty much situation. We need to work with that, okay? So let me see what else I can say here. Well, pretty much nothing. This is basic stuff, and if you're kind of confused, then just don't worry. Experiment a little bit. For example, you can grab this and you can paste it down there, and you can change this file to file 1, let's say, and then you need to pack that thing basically. So you will just grab this thing and put it down there, and file 1, it's like a new thing, and connect it with file 1, this one, and hopefully when I press F5 I will have 2 of them, right? They will be same content, same options, but don't worry that you will mess something up, that you will create errors, because you will. The creation of errors is the only way to learn. Well, because we are not super humans, right? If this is confusing, well, just delete it, and work with a couple of options. Right, save, F5, everything works, and that's it, guys. Thank you for watching, and see you next one.